All right, here we have a visor for 2004 Hummer H2. Now this will be the same from model years 2003 all the way to 2007, including 2007. 08, they changed some interior. I don't know what the headliner and the visor are, how they're configured or how they're attached. So for this video, 2003 through 2007 Hummer H2. What we have here is a poor man's setup. We're going to say that this cardboard represents the headliner in the Hummer. Obviously, if you have a Hummer and you've taken the headliner out, you know how massive it is. So much easier to make this video just putting this piece of cardboard in here in this place. What we're going to talk about the retaining clips on how these visors are kept to the headliner, to the roof of the vehicle in the Hummer. So this is how it would be configured in the actual Hummer itself. Now I've got the wire somewhat taken off already. There is it's attached in several points in this clip, and there's going to be this retaining clip above the headliner. We're going to take that off. We're going to remove the headliner. Like I said, in the real world, what I just did in 10 seconds is probably going to be an hour of work. So let's get to it right here. Let me make sure we can see this okay. This is easy to take off, obviously. And this white clip here, this is the source of all evil when it comes to the Hummer and the headliner and the visors. I'm gonna take this off and talk about it for just a minute, then I'll put it back on. This is the original one. Now you see here, there are 3 arms that broke off when I was detaching these visors in order to take down my headliner. This is a really well designed clip, actually. It's relatively ingenious. However, I would call it a single-use clip because I don't know of anybody that's ever taken these out and retained these little arms. So what we have here, we have a press fit on the bottom, and if you can see the little ridge inside here, that ridge corresponds with this lip on the visor itself. So it's going to press fit on the bottom, and then those fingers are going to expand around this ridge right here and hold that clip very, very firmly and snugly with the visor. And that's what's going to give you a nice snug rotation of the visor, as well as the ability to pull this down. So if we'll put this back on, I'm going to show you how you could take these off. Now, I'm not going to put it all the way back on because it is a bit of a pain. So if I were to press this down, these fingers would spread over that ridge. It would clip into place. What I found was if you take a pair of needle nose pliers, and if you notice the clip, there's 2 feet and there's 1 stud here without a foot on it. And what I found is if you can spread these with needle nose pliers and you get a small pry bar under that leg without the foot, you're going to be able to pop this up and off. Now the point of this video is to show you how to put this back together with a new clip. Now I've designed these clips very, very similar, 99% similar really, to OEM. The exact same size. You're going to get the same press fit on the bottom. You're going to get that same 3 fingers that clip over this ridge and hold it super snug. However, I've designed them so that these fingers only flex one way. You see here I'm flexing. This is ABS plastic, so this is not going to warp in the heat. It's not going to turn brittle in the cold. It's going to last for many, many, many years. So it is a direct OEM replacement. Now we're going to put this on just like the way we took it apart. We're going to get a snug fit here. Now I've also designed this little carbon fiber tool that just fits on the end of a 1/4 inch nut driver. And now what it does is, as I said, these fingers are designed to spread only so far in one direction. So we're going to tuck our wire in between these fingers. We're going to fit this over top of our retaining clip, and then we're going to just put some downward pressure on it. Okay, and so now that clip is in place. We can bring our wires back, and you can see here, nice and snug. And we're going to go back the way we came. So this is, I would recommend that you can do all of this outside of the car. You can prepare the visor. You put the visor back on the headliner before you finish mounting the headliner. So don't put the headliner in first and then try to get this visor on. It's going to end badly for you. Maybe you can take down the front I don't know, but you need to be able to access both sides of the headliner. Now this clip is what's going to hold the visor and our newly replaced retaining clip together. Now it's got the 3 fingers. We're going to line them up. Like so. All right, now you can see here, pretty good fit. We're going to put our wire. We're not going to put it back yet. So this is at the point which you would now feed this through your headliner. You're going to feed this through the retaining clip, and you're going to find the 2 ports for this retaining clip, and you're going to clip that in place, and then you are good to go to remount the headliner with the visors in place. Now, a couple more notes here of summary. This is a single-use clip. If you try to take this apart, the fingers are probably not going to survive, very, very much like the original. So I've priced these accordingly. I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I just don't, I had to go through a nightmare to get this back onto my son's car, and I thought this is a simple fix that we can share with the Hummer community. So any questions, hit me up in the comments. Thanks.